Yo, what's going on, guys? Today is the 16th of December 2025. Going to be getting into today's price action. Oof. So, coming into this morning, we had news today. So, we had some news pre market, we had 115 news, we had weekly unemployment change, and we had 130 news. Stacked news at 130. We had hourly earnings, core retail sales, non farm employment change, retail sales, and unemployment rates. Cool. So, with that in mind, I was obviously looking at that and what happened on pre-market, and we made this wick here. So we made this data high wick, and we left previous day high intact. And overall, on the higher time frame coming into today, I was leaning bullish. At minimum, I was bullish up to this 4 hour high inside this 4 hour fair value gap, which is previous day high, and data high, so data wick. So what I was looking for in market open was pretty simple. Also, why am I bullish? If we look on the hourly time from here, we've inversed hourly gaps to the left of us. We inversed a 4 hour gap. I don't know what this big Diddy candle is, by the way, to the upside. It closed bearish, but anyway, I don't know if that's trading view bugging, or I also don't know what this gap is because it's not a new week opening gap because this happened after Monday, so the week opening gap's open on Sunday. I'm pretty sure, so I don't know what that was. But anyway, we inversed all the gaps that are left of us here. We had just clear displacement through all these gaps, and we had a unfilled 1 hour fair value gap below us as well. Which I think we came into on market. Yeah, so at 9 a.m. we came into that hourly gap. So if anything, I was just looking for us to kind of consolidate during this period of time until market open, and then maybe we could manipulate lower and then make a move towards data highs, which would have been my final take profit for today. And we ended up making a beautiful move towards it, but I ended up fading it because the risk to reward for me wasn't justifiable in this trade. I'm gonna go into why I faded it and why I was okay with fading it, and why, to be honest, maybe would I fade it again? I don't know. We'll see. I'll show you guys what I was thinking anyway. So data highs and previous day high was like a clear draw on equity and the most obvious draw on equity for me today. Again, trending up. We're in a higher trend right now. We are respecting bullish gaps, disrespecting bearish, delivering from sell side liquidity. Data highs above, with like pretty close to previous day high and didn't take it. It was just a pretty clear draw in my eyes. So cool. With that in mind, let's get into market open. It's 9:10. So cool. Nice. So market opens higher here. It doesn't take out data highs, which I was a fan of because it was just like a swing higher just for like a manipulation, because I noticed sometimes as well what we also do is like market can sometimes open like higher, so it can like swing higher on open, so it can like swing higher like this on open, and then it can do its actual manipulation move down and then start going towards its draw for the day or for this particular range of price in this trade. So we had this decent setup actually on open where we inversed this 2 minute fair value gap and had a 3 minute retrace here, which I forward tested. I didn't take this, but it was decent. Yeah, I think it was a 3 minute fair value gap retrace. But to be honest, I'm not really looking at 3 minute fair value gap retraces. I only be looking at 5 minute. 5 minute is like the minimum that I want to see it retrace to for a continuation model, to be honest. This 2 minute was decent though, so if you did take it, it's not a bad trade at all. But it was just a really, I'm not really a fan of like trades like this on market like open, because there was direct manipulation, but it was like very boom boom, and it's not usually. It can flip on its tail very fast though. I mean, you can always go break even fast on trades like this, but I did fade this trade. I forward tested it, I got break even on it, but it was definitely a decent trade. But then this is what I wanted to see. So we had like nice bearish push down here. We're only rejecting off like, what was it, 2 minute gap or something? Nothing. It was whatever. Like this, I knew this shit wasn't gonna hold. Just generating more liquidity for us up here is what I was seeing at this point. And then we ended up. Sorry, this is my B point. Don't know why it's up here. Um, we ended up manipulating lower, and we came into this hourly, and we swept out these hourly lows, or these 15 minute, or was it 5 minute? Yeah, this 5 minute internal structure right here. So we had these two lows inside this hourly gap. Ended up coming down, manipulating those lows. I'm pretty sure it was. Yeah, we ended up manipulating those lows, and I think ES at this time came into an unfilled hourly fair value gap as well. So ES had yet to tap into this hourly fair value gap. I think this was at 946. Yeah, as you can see, if we look at 946 right here on the right side on ES, this is why this trade was so A plus. Like, it was really really clean. But I faded it. I'm going to show you why. So look, here we are. If you can see where my cursor is, 946, ES taps like perfect rejection out of this hourly unfilled on ES. Really, really clean displacement. And we ended up closing here. I wanted to enter longs on this next candle, but like this entry right here is like, you know, like even if you had your stop at the 1 minute fair value gap here at the bottom of it, which is I don't really like having my stop there. It's okay, but it's still negative RR. And if you were to have it at the body, it's like, bro, you're like, it's almost double the RR, like in a negative way. Like at the wick, almost like, bro, it is literally more than double. So it's like, I don't know. It was just unfortunate. We had way too strong of a displacement through this. Really fierce volatility through this. Like if we close like right here, or sorry, what is this? The magnet. If we close like right here, this trade would have been perfect because then I could justify having my stop right here, targeting here for like this would have been beautiful. Small break. Like the thing about this, I could have taken it because the break even was super obvious in my eyes. Like there was no way after all that displacement, that manipulation, ES tapped the unfilled hourly. Like I wasn't at bare minimum going to get to my break even point, which we do get to my break even point like instantly. That would be just like an instant break even. But it's like, in hindsight, like woulda, shoulda, coulda. You know what I mean? It's a good setup, but the RR just was scuffed on it, and it was less than a 1-to-1. And I don't like targeting trades that are less than a 1-to-1 because if you lose that trade, you'd be a bit pissed at yourself because you just lost more than you were like gonna make on the trade, which is just stupid. That's not profitable. But it was extremely obvious, like a textbook A plus setup. Manipulated out these lows. Manipulated out the lows in the hourly fair value gap. ES came into unfilled hourly, literally bottom ticked the C of the hourly fair value gap here. Immediate rejection, extremely clean displacement. Like this was super. No, what just happened? Can I press Z? Okay. Whoopsies. Hold on. Here. Nice. Okay. Really clean displacement. Yeah. TP next candle. Perfect. But again, the RR was just a bit too scuffed for me to take. Now, there was another setup that presented itself, which was, I think, was when we retraced into a 3-minute, if I'm not mistaken. Right here, we retraced into this 3-minute fair value gap, and ended up having a 1-minute inversion in here, which was also not a bad play if you took this. I was liking this because really clean displacement, but again, it was just like, I don't know. At this point, I don't like taking 3 minutes because like I want to see a 5-minute open up, and I want to take continuations off a 5-minute. Don't really want to take continuations off of 3-minute for value gaps. Especially after we have an SMT at data highs as well. Like I would like to see a 5-minute for value gap form and get respected, to be honest, at minimum. So we did get a good break even here. It's almost instantaneously really strong displacement up there. And this is super unfortunate because I was like extremely confident this was going to go to previous day high. And I was actually thinking of taking shorts then if we ended up sweeping at this 4-hour wick, previous day high, rejecting off this 4-hour PD or this 4-hour PD array, this bearish 4-hour with a SMT at this high. Would have been super clean for shorts in my opinion. But we actually edged it. So we ended up leaving like bang on equal highs to like it's not even, I don't even know. That's just like a tick. Left equal highs here, and then we ended up just dumping, to be honest. Yeah, we came back up again as well and left like this is looking insane. And there was like today's narrative was super tricky because I'll show you what happens now. We're going to the 5-minute here. If you want to go down, so I was like still bullish on this because it was like we just left like bang on equal highs with my final draw. Like I was still definitely down for some longs, but we ended up kind of just moving around, coming down here. And I think it was right here, 1025. Yeah, if we look at 1025 right here, you can see ES left equal lows with London. So at this point, I was like, okay, so we have equal highs at my draw here, and we also have equal lows at a really good draw below us as well. And we are disrespecting bearish fair value gaps. We're disrespecting bullish fair value gaps as well. Like, I don't know. Like, this is like super tricky narrative. I think we ended up inversing a 15-minute fair value gap here. And then we ended up like moving lower after this. And then we ended up kind of like, this is just 11 a.m. price action. We just ended up dropping here. I think we did end up delivering down. ES ended up delivering down to those lows. Why isn't it letting me go forward? Okay, well, I've got to replay. I don't know why it's not. Anyway, so ES ended up delivering down to those relative equal lows that it popped in. We took them out, and then we ended up reversing and taking out this. But this was all in the PM session later on. I don't trade PM session, so yeah, I'm sure there was. Was there any good A plus setups during PM session? There's probably one right here. I'd say come down here. ES sweeps out, rejects off PDRA. Have an unfilled 15-minute. We did have one up here. Unfilled 15-minute right here. Is there any Mac model longs up to this unfilled 15-minute if you were to take it? Oh, whatever. Just go here and see. Not really that I can see, to be honest. No, there wasn't really. No. Probably any good continuation models, to be honest. I mean, yeah, I suppose they're. No, to be honest, there's nothing really that I like there. But yeah, that's basically it for today's recap. Faded two setups, nothing really, to be honest, today. Very tricky narrative, especially when we left equal highs up here and then equal lows down at London as well. It was just like we were inversing bearish gaps, inversing bullish gaps. It was just complete like chaos, to be honest, in this kind of range of price that we're in until we ended up manipulating out these lows and then coming up and manipulating out these highs. So yeah, that's basically it. Going into tomorrow, I don't know. I'll probably be bearish. We'll see. Maybe bullish. I'll see what the overnight session does. But nothing, no news tomorrow. There is very big news on Thursday though. I'm going to be full putting in an evaluation account on Thursday. Good, easy pass if you play it right. 50 ticks or 50 points below, 50 points above. Limit order that, cheeky little free eval pass. Hopefully I don't get cooked on it. I mean, it doesn't really matter if I do. It's whatever. I'll accept the risk on that one. And yeah, that's gonna be it for today's recap, guys. If you guys have any questions about price action today or why I didn't take anything, or well, I already explained all that. But if you guys have any questions about trading in general, or any questions in the way I trade, or anything of the sort, you can leave a comment below, or you can add me on Discord, shoot me a DM on Instagram or TikTok, whatever you feel like doing, and I will 100% reply or add you back or whatever. And yeah, we can have a talk about trading. But that's gonna be it for today's recap, guys. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. I'll upload another recap tomorrow, even if I don't take a trade, just like I will be doing every day, documenting my entire journey to profitability. So looking forward to that. And yeah, that's gonna be it for today's recap. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.